Okay. Hello. Hello there. Very good day to you all. How are you doing? So, real quick. There we go. We're back. Got hand cam again. Because this is basically a continuation of last stream where I was just doing random garbage from PAX. And speaking of PAX, oh hi Cyberchill, how are you doing? Welcome. How was your stream? I saw you were on earlier, but I was a little preoccupied unpacking from work. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing shout talk this time around because I'm all the way over here at my desk. Oh, you're raiding me. Oh, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. I hope that your Minecraft stream went well. I did see a little teeny bit of it. I saw you were in a cave just wrangling animals. I've got to get back into my Minecraft world too. All right. Well, I appreciate the raid. Thank you very much. Go enjoy your food. Go take a rest. You've been streaming long and hard, and I'm going to be doing nothing of use, so... Boy, do I know that feeling. Okay, actually, you know what? Before I start, I gotta move all this shit out of the way, because this is all in my foot space. My room is a mess. My room is absolutely a mess. Pigsty. I need to clean this place up at some point. I've got too much garbage littered around the floor. Really need to fix this place up. Anyway, don't let me keep you from your food. Thank you for the raid, though. I greatly appreciate it. And actually, before I forget, let me open up Twitch chat on my phone so I can actually see that, because I am going to be like 10 feet away from my computer at a desk. But, as I was saying, this is a pickup continuation of what I was doing with my PAX stream the other day, where I was looking at random garbage, swag, whatever that I picked up from PAX. And now, we're going to look up the last thing I picked up from PAX, which is my second impulse dumb purchase. This. A box of vCards. In fact, a first edition box of vCards for their second set. Now, what is vCard? vCard is a, well, technically speaking, it is basically a VTuber card game, but it is more accurately just a regular content creator card game, because they do have non-VTubers in there. And hopefully the music is not too loud. That would suck. But I got cards. I'm going to crack them open. It's been a long time since I cracked open a box of cards. The last time was probably unglued or unstable. I think it was unstable. The last time I did a full box unboxing was unstable, where I just bought a big box of those things, and that was a fun pack to like go through because they had a weird mechanic for that one. I'd still have my my fun unglued cards someplace, or unhinged, one of the two. It's the one that has the cracked egg. I got the giant card that's two monsters, or two cards in one, and then I have the satanic spawn of evil, or whatever it's called. Plus a couple other things. Anyway, this is, as you may be able to see right there, a first edition box. Right there at the top. From Gamersupps. That's their logo. Now, you may be thinking, why did you buy this? Well, the guy at the Gamersupps booth gave me a very good sell. Basically, I asked, hey, how much is a pack? Maybe I'll just decide to crack one for fun. He says, $10. Wow, that's really expensive. Okay, how much is a box? $110. How many are in the box? Like 30 packs. How does that math out? And basically, it's because of scalping. Scalpers, go fuck themselves. Go die in a fire. They can all die. I hate scalpers. So I totally get it. Which is also why this thing actually came pre-opened. Because if it was sealed, then I could resell it for like $400. Which I'm not going to do anyway. So. Gotta do it classic way. There we go. We got our little thing up top in the card game store fashion. And the box topper. Little teeny pack just for me. Ah. Learn to play. If you want to learn how to play the game, like I said, will actually be trying to put together a deck for this to a certain extent, so we're going to see how well I can do that. We have a Foxy. Wait, no, that's the artist. I believe that's Puffy? Kavifi? I actually don't know. And well, no, is it Foxy Rainy by JK or I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know who these people are. Not all of them, at least. I have a second agenda for a specific card that I want from this set. So that's why I bought this box. We're gonna see if I get that. So, if I get it, I'll be loud. Anyway, those are my 2 box toppers. Nice art, though. I feel like I've seen that art before. Alright, put that back in a little sleeve. Is it keeping? That's what I always do with my cards. Until I get sleeves of some kind, I got a binder right here. Like, this is actually... Is this my Pokemon? No, this is my Magic set. They got all my cards in the binder there. I actually have these things, for some reason. These giant cards, which I think were from a Commander set. They just give you big old versions of some cards. I don't even know why I have these. I got them for some reason, but I don't remember. Do I actually... Hold on, do I have room in this binder? Let me see here. Oh, and there's my pride and joy right in the center. My Artifacts Atog. Thing's a piece of garbage, but I got it. Oh, I do. I actually do have some empty spots in the back here. Perfect. Man, I've got too many of these cards. Spawn of Rixmati. I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't know why. I don't remember some of these cards. This is, okay. So I have my regular cards here. These are like my lands, like the special lands. Then I've got my unglued cards here and unhinged. And then I got unstables in the back. But I have Infernal Spawn of Evil and Big Furry Monster, both cards. I also got Classify, Form of the Squirrel, Mouth to Mouth. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Why do I have Spawn of Rixmati as a single card all the way in the back here? I don't know. Whatever. Hold on, is that my Pokemon binder? Let's see here. It is! Check this out! My old Pokemon cards. It's missing my rares, but I do have my Ancient Mew right there. Still in its packaging from the movie. Funny story about that, actually. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh card here for some reason. But funny story about that Ancient Mew. When I went to go see Pokemon... Wait, no, that wasn't... Was it from 2000? I don't remember. Anyway, when I went to go see the movie, basically there was a little bit of a mix-up at the movie theater. Ooh, yeah, look at this. Meowth. That was a promo for, I want to say, the Pokemon card game for Game Boy Color. And for some reason I got a... Ooh, look at that. Shiny Japanese Charizard. Probably fake. Anyway, there was a little mix-up. For whatever reason, they at the theater they had a mix-up, and they gave away the legendary bird cards at the start of the movie. You were supposed to get an Ancient Mew. They had a mix-up, thought, oh, we're out of Ancient Mews. Gotta give you the legendary birds instead. Then at the end of the movie, they just gave us Ancient Mew as well. So I just got a Zapdos as well for that. There's my shinies. There they are. Never got Charizard, but I do have a bunch of the other ones. This binder I put together when I was much younger, so it's nowhere near as organized. Ooh, I got an Entei! Look at that! I forgot about that. There's the Entei, there's the open Ancient Mew right there. So the Entei, I think, was for Pokemon the Movie 2000. And I don't know where that Electabuzz came from. Oh, no, that's actually from Pokemon the first movie. Why was that there? That should have been Zapdos. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. You're not here to look at my card collection of Pokemon cards or Magic cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You're here to look at my vCard. Alright, we're gonna move this over here for now, actually. This is a very large box. I'm probably gonna be standing here for a minute. Okay, each booster pack contains 10 random V-cards. There are 546 cards to collect. Due to the nature of this product, the same cards may appear repeatedly, and it may be difficult to collect all types of cards. There's no guarantee that a card of any particular rarity will be included within this product, including, but not limited to, a pack or a box. So, it's a card game. Same as it always is. Didn't get a clean rip. I like keeping the pack as solid as possible so I can reuse it for storage. Alright. Gildy. First edition. I don't know. Okay, paired with VT Gardener Shoto. Your active VT. Okay, so there's a lot of mechanics with these things. Basically, these are mascots. They have little effects. It's a snap card, which means you can play it instantly, sort of like an instant. Move your active VT to an empty spot in your backstage, +1 PL to that VT, move VT, you control your active spot. So basically, swap front row and back row character and move the character that you move to your back row, give it +1 power. This is all like one-on-one combat effect. Spook. If the active role is electric, you may discard it to draw 2 cards. Nice. You may return a VT you control that triggered the chain this turn to your hand. Chain must be in effect attached to the Sarai card. I'm going to apologize in advance if I mispronounce any of these names. I'm also going to turn down the music slightly because it looks like it's a little loud. I'm just going to turn this down to like there. That should be good. I don't want to be too quiet. There's got to be something to listen to while I'm just yammering about cards. Does this thing not have an element? Okay, it's whatever that element is. Katie Cat. If this is your active VT and has at least 16 PL, draw 1 card when you play mascot. Starts with 8. So... yeah, neat. Nyanners. Breed 1 crit +1 PL to this VT. Those are keywords I don't understand. Numi 4.0. Breed 2. -1 PL to this VT, +1 PL to another VT. So support character. Interesting. Crimson Festival. Players must discard 1 card from their hand before playing a boost, which is a specific kind of card. Restraining Order. When your opponent attempts to move or swap the position of a VT they control, stop them from moving. And Juniper Actius. Your level isn't high enough for this area of the force, little hero. Green. Here. Ooh, and a little hollow version of that card. Fancy. I don't know how I'm going to really organize these things. I guess what I'll do is I'll put the 8s in a pile. I'll do it sort of by rarity. I'll put 8s in a pile, 9s in a pile, and then I'll sort of organize the other ones by element, I suppose. Okay, I need you to be over here for a minute, since I don't need you. There, that'll do. Yeah, the layout's a little messy. I'm gonna try reorienting that light. No, that's even worse. I do this way. Is that better? Not really. Hold on, let me just turn this light down. That better? still pretty bright according to this thing. That's not helpful. That's really not helpful in the least. Do that way? Does that work? That'll have to do. Best I got. It's not a great lighting situation no matter how I slice it. Okay, next up. Come on. These are not the best packs. The adhesive on the top is a little too strong, and the material on the back is a little too weak. It's too easy to rip off on the sides instead of just being able to crack them open properly. Force only. Your op has 6 or more cards in their hand. Choose one at random to return to their deck. Draw 1 card. Bounce effect. Interesting. Bro. When your op plays an ability, coin pile. I don't know what that means. A Scuffling. If you control a backstage VT with at least 16 PL, coin pile for each of your revolt VTs. Beefy. Let's see. Positive. +2 PL to a backstage you control. Your opponent may swap the position of 2 of their VTs or draw 1 card. If you control at least 3 backstage VTs, draw 1 card. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in these cards. Fire! Finally got a fire type. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. You may discard the supports you reveal this way. +1 power level to your active VT for each support you discarded. Yuzu, Lady of the Lake. Coastline. This VT has 115 PL, +1 PL to your active VT, +1 to your opponents. Interesting. So it's a buff and debuff. But you have to be 15. Soaked in Happiness. Look at him. Okay. -1. If there's no adjacent ones in the back line, if you played Cyanide Chan's Revenge this turn, remove a... Oh! Soaked in Happiness! Cyanide and Happiness. I get it. Okay. Whew. Gotta turn on my fan real quick. Hey, it's Flork! Pretty privilege. Swap an attached ally you control with a different ally from your hand. The returned ally cannot be played this turn. Allies being, I guess, your characters. I'm gonna have to look at the rules better. Ikumi! What lurks in the shadows of your nightmares? Nothing. Duh. Evil entities can't hurt you when I'm here, silly. Oh, that's convenient, thank you. And it's a level 9. Finally, level 8, Rainho in the shower. +1 to this VT. You may swap this VT with another VT you control. Okay. Whew. Okay, yeah, hold on. I'm gonna turn on the fan real quick because I'm a little warm. Because the enemy girls, the enemy babes are making me hot. And definitely not just the computer running and everything else in this room. That's definitely not why. Oop, I want to get my Twitch controls on just in case I need them. Ooh, come on. Is this a good crack? Is this a good one? Yes! Look at that! Oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Glow stick. Coin pile. You may spend 1 coin. If you do, +1 PL to a backstage. That is, I'm going to say this is ice. Let me just look up. There's a Scuffling. Got one of those. Lab chat. You may spend 3 coins to trigger a snap. So, spend 3 coins to activate an instant effect. Interesting. Cha-Cha, your V-Mom. After combat for each up's VT, minus crit, -1 PL to each VT that failed. Alright, I was going to organize them in a specific way, wasn't I? 8. Camila! When this VT is discarded from anywhere, +1 PL to 2 backstage VTs you control. Campfire buff. You will search your deck for an ally or mascot. Foreplay. If you control 4 backstage VTs of the same element, +1 PL to a VT, draw 1 card, discard the top card of your opponent's deck, and discard 1 card from your hand. That seems, little weak, actually. Woo! Look at that! Fancy. After combat, players submerge a VT they control. I don't know what submerge means. And a Kumi again. Oh! And a Goro! Draw one card, crit coin pal. Look at that. He's so happy. He's the Lord of the Night. Okay, there. 9 goes here. This is water. That goes here. This is an 8. It goes here. It's an 8. It goes here. Swap. 9 goes here. 8 goes here. 8 goes here. I have. Oh, okay, good. Don't have much. I do not have as much space as I would like to do this. So let's move this around a little bit so I can get a bit more space out of this. Okay. Green, yellow, gray, red, blue. The other thing. And then 8s, 9s. Actually, is it just 5 colors? Let me check. I got the rules page open on my thing here. Fire, grass, platinum, electric, water. It is just 5 elements. Good. Oh, it actually mentions what these things do. Interesting. Okay. I'll have to take a look at those later. First, more card. Ooh, this is a bad one. Okay, I managed to save it. Cracked a little bit there at the back. I got it though. Lab chat. Yakemono. If the active world is fire, discard either one card from your op's hand or the top of their deck. Okay. Astro. -1 PL to up to 3 VTs you control. Draw 1 card for each VT targeted this way. Lucy Pyre. +1 PL to an adjacent VT of a different element. Go to the top 3 cards of your op's deck. Discard one of them, put one on the bottom of their deck, and the last one to their hand. So that's a bit of hand control for opponents. Thoughtless. Circuit. Search your card. Search your discard pile for an ally. Toma. Move all decay tokens on one of your op's VT to one of their backstage. Interesting. So that's probably like a kill switch. When you lock a VT, crit your op, they choose a backstage VT to control, +1 PL to that. I have no idea what that icon is. It must be neutral. Sacred Grove, +1 PL to all PL 10 VTs on the board. Everybody. And Croaky! Hey, I know this guy. Kaka, Croaky is your Croaky. That's it. That's all it's got. And Coconuts. Surge, remove X status effects. Oops, no, Croaky goes here. Croaky's a 9. Remove X status effects from your VTs or your board spots. Okay. So, we cracked open a couple packs now. Still got a lot to go. See, I've cracked open 1, 2, 3. Have I only opened 4? Alright, let's do one more real quick. Come on. Get over here. There we go. Alright, a Bunnard. If your op has 4 backstage VTs, -1 PL to an op's backstage VT, and move an ally control to an op VT to a different VT they control. Metal Bradley. Your op cannot swap the positions of their VTs next turn. That's That's pretty strong, actually. That pairs well with the arrest thing. Limon. Draw 2 cards. Your op draws 1 card. Skew-chan. If you have 3 backstage VTs that are not electric, draw 2 cards. Negative. If your active VT and active world are the same element, -1 PL to your backstage VT and draw 1 card. Spite. Low Tide. +1 PL to this VT for each PL8 VT in your discard pile. High Tide. Discard 1 of your backstage PL8 VTs. Interesting. So this one is basically just... This one's a graveyard. Very interesting. Garden Keeper Sky. After combat, -2 PL to an Ops backstage VT. Splash damage. On success, -2 to a VT your opponent controls. On fail, -1 to a VT you control. Bibimbap. I have no idea who this is. Discard a support in your hand to search your discard pile for support of the same subtype. So I guess boost or snap. And a level 9 shiny Amelie. Oh, hold on. I spoiled myself. You've been summoned for a meeting with the boss. Player cards right, Goomling. Very nice foil work. I like how like the main part of the outfit isn't foil, but like the insides are and comes backside. And then level 10, Vixoria the Sun Eater. Look at that. I don't know how well that's coming across. Look at that art. Look at it. Now, unfortunately, I can't evolve this one because I don't have level 8 or level 9. So this card is effectively useless to me, but I'm glad I have it. All right. That's my first 5 packs. This one doesn't count. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to start opening packs the traditional way. And by that I mean I'm going to start doing rituals and nonsense to boost my luck. So first off, let me get my assistant. Here's my assistant. Chime. From Colorgrave Games. Curse Crackers for Whom the Bell Toils. Also has a brief cameo, I believe, in Claire a la Mode, which has a Kickstarter that's currently ongoing and you can back right now to help support a cool indie developer. You should do that. Okay, that's part 1. So, part 1 is that. Part 2 is I'm going to pull out one of my dice. Actually, do I have my D20? Yes, I do. Perfect. So, this is a special D20. Can't get these anymore, and what it does is when it lands on a 20, it lights up. The original. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll this baby. We're going to roll this baby. Give Chime a little kiss for good luck. 11. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's pack 11. This one's getting opened. Chime, give me a kiss for good luck. Ha! Where'd I put the trunk? There it is. Alright, we got a Goro. We got Froglodites. -1 PL to a -1 to a VT you control, -1 to 2 of your opponents. Spike. Draw 1 card for every 2 coastline VTs you control in the backstage. I guess that's coastline. Anyway, water. Another Nyanners. Another Numi. Another Yuzu. Another Flork. Underworld with Demon Dice. Passive. Additional allies cannot be attached to this VT. Will attach your active VT. Plus 1 PL to this VT when you attach an ally to the backstage VT. That's a lot of words. I don't actually know what that means. Egg. Level 9. Finally, yeah. Not just Cerberus. Okay, the die didn't do it. So, let's tarot it up. Alright, my tarot reading is an inverted the devil. So that's card 15, which means if it's inverted, that means card 51. 51 divided by 15. Oh, we've got stuff happening. The dice are aligning. The numbers are lining up. Okay, 15, card 51. What does that mean? 15, 51 have a common... Is 51 even divisible by anything? Is that a prime number? Hold on. Is 51 a prime number? No. 51 is divisible by 1, 3, 17, and 51. Okay, both of them are divisible by 3. What is 51 divided by 3? 17. Okay. So we got 17, 15, 2. 2 cards. So pack 1, pack 2. We're opening this one. This pack's the 1. Good luck. Ooh. Oh, that was a perfect crack. You see that? Effortless. Just perfect. Look at this. Hey, right off the bat, it's Dad. Each player chooses a backstage VT they control and take turns flipping a coin, starting with active player, plus 1 PL to those VTs for every head flipped by that player. That goes here. And it pairs with Croaky. Boom! If you control 4 electric VTs in your backstage, plus 1 PL to all VTs you control. B, in shark mode. After you undertow an Ops VT, draw 1 card. Captain Hannah. When you undertow an Ops VT, plus -1 PL to that VT. Numi. Again. Gardener Shoto. Your Ops discards 1 card from their hand. Out to pasture. Is a Minecraft guy. Discard a VT to your backstage and all allies attached to it. You cannot play a VT in that spot this turn. Why? Why? For what purpose? What? What? Let's play Ray Navarez Jr. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I actually just know him as Ray. When your op applies a status effect, you may move it to a different spot or VT you control. Wait, what? You can steal an effect with that! Oh shit, that's really good. And Sanshin. Level 9. And a Campfire Buff, level 8. You'll search your deck for an ally or mascot. This is actually nice because that means I can evolve to level 9. That pack wasn't bad. I think the tarot method may be better. So let's tarot it up a little bit longer. Alright. Let's go with this. Temperance. 14. 14, huh? $14 minus what? 1. 13. 13th pack. I believe I actually only have 13 packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 packs. This is the 13th pack out of the box right now. Terrible opening. It's not going well at all. Look at this. Absolutely awful. Disgusting. Can't even get the cards out of it right. Ugh, terrible. Gary. Reveal top 2 cards of your deck. Your option chooses 1 card to discard and puts the other back on top. Burn any VT spot. Baby Moth. When you draw from your deck, crit. If both succeed, draw again. Gimme. You triggered Fuel this turn, plus 2 PT. God, there's a lot of cards. Captain Hannah. A Froggylock. Bloom, crit. You may return your mascot to your hand. Another Gardener Shoto. Let's play! Let's play! And Chacha, your V-Mom, and a shiny Kumi. So clearly, I'm going to have to do stuff with this because I've got 3 of those, and you're only allowed to have 3 of those max. This is a sign. I'm just going to toss all these on the floor. Ugh. I should probably get a bag. Actually, you know what? Let me get a bag real quick. Well, alright. Ray, I feel our connection. We'll have to make a deck using this as the color. I have no idea how you do that, considering this just steals effects other people have. But alright. Let's go just crack this one open. It's the next one on the pile. I figure I might as well, right? Ooh, that's a good one. It's a good one. Benson. You may spend any number of coins for every coin spent, plus 1 to Backstage VT, and put 1 mascot from the discard pile back into your deck. Koga. Discard any number of mascots from your hand, plus 1 PL to a Backstage VT for every mascot discarded this way. That's really strong, actually. Feet. I get it, because feet. This is the mascot. Unlike these, which are little cartoon character animals, it's just feet. Shuffle 1 VT from your discard pile into your deck. Recycling is handy. Captain Hannah, welcome back. I've got so many of her at this point. Hakumi! If this VT has at least 2 allies attached, unlock 2 allies on a different VT. Yenko. Plus 1 PL to this VT for each water VT with Tide on your backstage. Ooh, look at this. Plus 1 PL to all VTs with at least 1 ally. But look at the art on there. That's fancy. Oh, it actually says, it's hard to make out, but it does say who the artist is on the bottom. Tarantula Cage. Cyanide Chan's Revenge. Plus 1 PL to an Ops Backstage VT with no adjacent VTs. If you played Soaked in Happiness this turn, return all PL 10 VTs to the board back to their deck. Which, I do have that. What was that effect again? Okay, Soaked in Happiness. Minus 1 PL to an Ops Backstage VT with no adjacent VTs. If you played Cyanide Chan's Revenge this turn, remove a status effect. Okay, so really it would be Soaked in Happiness, then Cyanide Chan's Revenge, because this effect is way stronger than that effect, unless the status effects are actually that strong. They might be. Oh. Oni Kanze, strange merchant that sells quite unusual items. And a little hologram holographic force up. Okay. Oh, my back. So, I feel like I do have a deck here already, but my knowledge or lack of knowledge of the game is hampering my ability to see the paths. So I'll have to make a little bit of a learning exercise after this. But first, let's pick another card. Oh. Okay, well I've got two. Two have been picked out for me by the hand of fate. 3 have been picked out actually. We have the Hierophant. 4. The Empress. The High Priestess and the Fool. So Hierophant is 5, Empress is 3, High Priestess is 2, Fool is 0. So 0 will be the top one. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those packs will be opened next. I will admit, the thrill of the unknown is a little... The thrill of the unknown and pulling by tarot card is a little reduced by just me pulling everything, but it's fine. Whoa, hey, no, that would be a bad thing to do. Do not fall off the table that way. Alright. Come on, give me some luck. Ah! I ripped it. I ripped it. Alright, blockheads. Oh, look at that little guy. The active world is grass. Do I even have one of those? Yes, I do. I've got a Sacred Grow. +1 PL to your evolved PTs. Yo. Oh, God. It's a little guy about to stick a fork in an omelet. Trigger Jolt on a VTU control. Nobu. Draw 1 card for every 3 decay tokens on an opponent VTs. They. Ash, Self 14. Return a PL9 or PL10 VT to your opponent's control. Your opponent controls to their deck. That's a strong bounce effect. That's an 8. Ghost Tricky Weed. You have less points than you're up. Discard 1 card from your hand, draw 2 cards. Potless. Spring Path. After combat, players with 1 or less points may draw 2 cards. Academic Advisor. Search your deck for a VT. Crit on success. Search your deck for a mascot. On fail, discard the top card of your deck. And Heavenly. Oh, now I got another one behind that. Level 9. Just who the hell do you think I am? And a level 8 Endless. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and you draw 1, put the rest on the bottom of your deck. Oh, my back. Alright. Okay. Okay, come. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible open. Oh, come on. There we go. Pedal Pals. If your op has to reshuffle their discard pile in their deck, -1 to 3 of their VTs. That's pretty good if you can force a shuffle on them. Haze. Feed all your VTs that have status effects. Got a spoof already. Ooh, level 8 Heavenly. Surge plus XPL to draw to a VT. Minus XPL to a VT or draw X cards. Interesting. So card advantage or big debuff. When you undertow, -1 to that VT. Rainhow level 8. Out to pasture. Let's play! Level 9 Lucy Pyre and level 8 Froggy Lock. I'm getting so many level 8s. I guess they just give them out for free, really, because they are the majority of your deck. Alright, that was a pretty good crack. Burnt Pup. Plus 1 PL to your active ET for every 2 burns your opponent has. There's another card that gave burns, so that's not a bad combo. Babble Buddy. After you discard food, plus 1 PL to a backstage VT. So there's that. There's also this thing about feeding. So there's food tokens or something. Glow Stick. I think I already got one of these. Freem. Wait, that's plus 1 to all to your active VT for all your backstage VTs that are not water. Interesting. Captain Hannah, another one. Froggy Lock again. Massive Legend. If your op has more than 7 cards in their hand, they discard back down to 7. A Combini. Players may use this ability once on their turn. Look at the top card of your deck and we put it back on the top or bottom of the deck. Ooh, Scry is really strong. Level 9 Coconuts. And a level 8 Ein. Chain. Reveal the top 2 cards of you and your op's deck. You may discard one of your op's cards or draw one of yours. Shuffle the rest back to their owner's decks. Alright, the final one of this set. Come on. Yes! There we go. Reasonable crack. Nope, not reasonable at all. This corner's keeping me from pulling cards out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Hokato. If your opt active ET's PL is higher than your active ET's PL, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Your opponent chooses 2 of the cards to add to your hand. Discard the last card. Interesting. I feel like that's a card effect that exists in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something. I feel like I've seen that before. RAR XD. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Return each support revealed to the bottom of your deck and add the rest to your hand. Interesting. Okay. And that goes there. Dark Demonite. Each player chooses one of their VTs. -2 to those. Pretty good, actually. Lord Aethelstan. Discard the top card of your deck. Bolster 1 VT you control. That's level 8. A Limu. -1 PL to VTs affected by a status effect. Coconuts. Remove X status effects from your VTs in your board spots. Another Academic Advisor. Brick by Brick. Inspired by Bricky. Oh, it says right there. Look at that. Inspired by Bricky. Block. If the combined PL of your board is higher than the combined PL of your opponent's board, you may search your deck for a boost. So if you're already up, you get to go even up or up. Demi. Your life is as worthless as a summer ant. What does that mean? And Juniper, level 8. Grow, swap the position of 2 of your VTs, plus 1 to 1 of them. Okay. Ooh, my back. Okay, I don't think the tarot card method is doing very good for me, so we gotta get something else. I gotta get some good juju going. I need some suggestions for good juju, or I need to find something else I can use as a totem. How about this? Is this thing have any battery in it? No, sadly. Okay, here's my next totem. My next totem is this. My old Digivice. Oh, Digivice, bless me with good pulls. That was a good crack. Got some Picatos. Another Roar XD. Bluffers. If the active world is not water, search your deck for a water PL8 VT. That's pretty good. Froggy Lock. Freem. Beefy. Power Grid. Players may draw 1 card at the end of their turn. That's pretty good. That's electric. When you lock a VT, crit your opponent, chooses a backstage VT they control, plus 1 PL to that VT. Why would you play that? Like, it says right there, it's just, when you lock a VT. Your opponent chooses a backstage VT they control, and that gains +1. Why would you use that? Level 9 Ein, and holographic Sim. -1 to a backstage VT. Search your deck for appeal 9. Okay, you did not do. You gave me this thing. You did not do your job. How about you? Death Blow. Here. I haven't turned you on like probably like a decade, but here. Okay. Give me good draws. If you want battle bots, you can win me at least one card pull. Terrible, terrible. Look at this. Completely ripped open. Awful. Okay, we got a Yoke. Another Nobu. Patents. If you remove the status effect this turn, you reveal two cards your deck and draw one of them, put the other back on top. Okay. Ikumi. Heavenly. Oh, Kitty Cat. Another one of those. Another Let's Play. Ooh, look at that art. Fancy. And Burner Shudder. I got 3 of them now. I can make a deck with that. What is this? Grow. Your opponent discards 1 card from their hand. So hopefully I can do whatever the grow effect is. I don't think I have a 9 of them though. Okay, Death Blow wasn't cutting it. I'm pulling out the big guns. Pulling out the big guns for this. I gotta get some luck going. Let's see, is this one gonna do it? This one will probably do it. Where? No, this isn't gonna do it. Does this one have the stuff in it? What is this? Oh, it's that, right? Ugh. Ah. Oh, there's some of my Digimon cards. I was wondering whether it was Willer. Does this have anything in it? Got some things. Probably just better off with this one. Alright. Let's see. We're gonna call upon Hegel. As the power above, master the arts of farming and agriculture. So let's go for a green card. Bestows rich harvest, possess the knowledge of the metals of the earth and of plow. His word is Berdishu. So there's the symbol of Berdishu, Eldritch God. So, Hegel, I call upon you to give me a cool card. I don't know. I haven't used this thing before. Maybe it'll work. Which one of these is green? Let's go with this one. Let's see if I get a good green out of this. Decent crack. Noodle. The active world is platinum. Choose 2. Coin pile, draw 1 card, or +1 PL to a backstage VT. Cleo. You may discard the active world. If you do, you and your opponent discard the top card of your decks. Axel. You may search your discard pile for a mascot, reveal it, and return to the top of your deck. Another Heavenly. Ooh, Silverveil. Your opponent chooses to either discard the top card of their deck and 1 card from their hand, or -1 PL to 2 of their VTs. Shy Lily. When your opponent evolves a VT, crit, +1 PL to this VT. Coastal Cove. When your opponent plays an ally, +1 VT PL to a VT control. Out to Pasture. And Cottontail, level 9. Look at that. Nice art. Come on in. The water's so warm. What? No, I didn't pee, maybe. Giga Gambler. Ash opponent Well, your opponent looks at the top 2 cards of their deck and discards one and puts the other one on the bottom of their deck. Okay. Did not give me anything for that one. So we're not going to go with the Necronomicon again. Is there any other dark power I can call upon to give me good pulls? Yeah, I've got one. This one will give me good pulls. I call upon the power of Nendroid Lucifer from Helltaker. Give me a good pull. This pack specifically. Also, Chime, you can help out too. Alright. Sukopath. Remove 1 decay token from an opponent's VT, minus 2 PL to that VT. I'm saying a lot of words that are sort of bouncing off my head at the moment, I'm going to be honest. Okay, if you may remove burn from a spot. If you do, minus 1 PL to the VT on that spot. Another Giga Gamblin. Heavenly again. Katie Cat again. Yanners again, although it's been a minute since I saw her. Splash damage. Another Combini. Ooh, look at that! Very fancy. Hear the chunkla. Ooh, ho, ho! Yeah, baby! Second 10! Okay, Lucifer, you're on my good list. Unfortunately, I don't have her levels 8 and 9. So this card is kind of useless, but I'll keep it. Wait a second. Lucifer! Answer me, Lucifer! Still trapped in your case of plastic. Is that the deal? You give me a 10, but no 8s or 9s to go with it? How dare you? Do it again. Also chime. Yeah, subpar crack. Let's see. Hayes got one of those already. Pedal Pals. Simp. Ikumi. God, I got so many 8s. This pile is huge. Onikanze. Restraining Order that is not holographic. Tit for Tat. Discard an ally attached to a VT you control. Your opponent discards an ally they have attached to one of their VTs. A level 9 Limu. And Foil Spoof. Okay, clearly I've overused Lucifer's power, so we're going to just stick with Chime for the moment. Or actually, no, Chime worked when I had the card pack slightly open already. Ooh, yes, this is a good one. This is a good one. Look at that. That's perfect. Chime, please give me your strength. Okato. Rar. First Mate Ollie. Low Tide, swap the position of 2 of your VTs. High Tide, crit, discard the active whirl. A Coconuts. A level 8 Juniper. A level 8 Ikumi. Another splash damage. Press your luck! Inspired by Anime Men. That's all it says. Crit, draw 1 card for each success. If both fail, discard the top card of your deck. Level 9 Milky. That doesn't go there. It goes here. And holographic Froglodites. That worked better. I did get a level 9 out of that. Okay, hold on. Gonna do this again. Lucifer. I'll give you this chance to prove yourself. Okay? And also, Can't touch Chime yet. Gotta do Chime after I open the pack. Come on, good rip. Yes, that's a beautiful one. Look at that. All right, Chime. You good? Thank you. All right, we got a Roar XD. Be in Shark mode. A Cutie Pie. Ooh, I like that one. At the end of your turn, you may discard this mascot from your board to cause your opponent to fail their next crit. That's good against certain decks. Coconuts. I've got a lot of her. Like a lot of her. Juniper. Egg. You may swap the position of all VTs you control once. With any VTs this way, you cannot swap your VTs again until after combat. Critical Condition, inspired by Moist Critical. Lock if you have less points than your opponent. +1 BL to backstage VT. A holographic lock right after it. Level 9 Lord Aethelstan. And a level 8 holographic Sanshin. I play a dangerous game with this pile. Okay, how many do I have left? I've gone through a bunch. Ugh. Getting close to the end of the pile though. This is all that's left. It's still a good amount of card, but like, ish. How many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Got 12 more to do something good. 12 more chances. Come on. Oh crap, what time is it? Ah crap, I went right through an ad break. It's probably fine. I didn't open anything important anyway. Oops. A Shot Mimi. After you trigger an Aftershock, draw 1 card. A Tomaniac. Remove all food from a VT, +1 PL to that VT for every 2 food removed. Feet. Juniper. Ikumi. Oninkanze. Hot Pot. Inspired by Trash Mob. Passive, +1 PL for each backstage VT you control, -1 PL for each backstage VT your opponent controls. Swagger's Helmet, inspired by Swagger Souls. After your opponent crits, they must attempt that crit again. Level 9 Samurai, and level 8 Camila. When this VT is discarded from anywhere, +1 PL to 2 backstage VTs you control. That leaves me with 11. Let's open up this one here. That's cool, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Bye. What kind of douchebag just comes in and makes fun of people? Anyway. Koga, got one of those. That's there. Haze goes there. Oni Fan. Low Tide, trigger VT's High Tide effect. High Tide, trigger VT's Low Tide effect. That's interesting. So it actually lets you swap the effects, which would be pretty good since there's a couple of those in here that have a swap effect. Or they have effects that trigger on those things. So this would be neat, but like, I don't know how useful that would actually be. I don't even have that many of those. I think I've got like a bunch of the same one VT that I could use for that, but you know, whatever. Juniper Actus, Ikumi, Tsuko, new person. Bloom, if you attach an ally this to this VT this turn, +1 PL to this VT. That's really good. So this person can just buff. That's crazy good. Hot Pot. Alright, got one of those. Swagger's Helmet, got one of those. Sayu, Shark Mode. You scared of sharks? How about a shark with a laser cannon? I mean, realistically, if I was scared of sharks, I'd be scared of those too, so whatever. And a holographic banded mace. I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting pretty bad pulls here. I think those guys at the GamerSubs booth cheated me here. I've been cheated, I've been scammed. Alright. Get another one of these going. Cleo, got one of those already. Gary. Trickster, that's new. May return a VT you control with lock to your deck. I'm gonna have to look up what all these keywords mean. Poseidon! Hey, new person. Opponent plays a reinforcement. You may look at the top part of your deck and either discard it or put it back on top. Interesting, so it's a reactive effect. Porcelain Maid. When you evolve VT to a PL10 VT, decay one of your opponent's VTs by 1. That'd be cool if I had more than 2 10s and also I could evolve any of them. Egg. Swap position of all VTs you control. Sacred Grove, another one of those. Basically useless to me. Academic Advisor. Gardener Shota, level 9. And Chachi, your V-Mom, level 8. Spoil. Very nice. God, my legs. I'm standing in one place and I got an awkward positioning because I got so much crap on the floor here. Alright, another pack. Come on, Chime. Give me something good. Force Ollie, Koga, Mel Bradley. Oh, new person. Gambler, Dia Riku. Well, your backstage is full. Plus one killed his VT. Erupt, you may search or discard powerful support to add to your hand. If you do, your support may add to your... If you do, your opponent may do the same with the discard pile. Not a big fan of that one. Hey, Crookie! I can finally evolve it. Deme, Aftershock, search your deck for a world. Speaking of worlds, got another Grand Quarter. This place sucks. Combini, that place is more interesting. Nothing, it's foil though. Keep getting the foil ones. Sanchin level 9 and Boulevardy Droid. When your opponent plays a support, you may discard one support from your hand of the same subtype to cancel theirs. So it's a counter card. Weird. Not sure if I like that, because that's... I don't know, the flow of this game is something I don't really understand, because I've never played it before. So, I'm wondering, like, we're going to do a deep dive on the rules in a minute. I'm going to have to really see what I can do about those. Okay, I think Chime's magic is worn out. So I'm going to put Chime back, let him take a nap. Ugh. Bringing in another buddy to help. I will probably be putting Volvi away soon. He's very big. But Volvi, could you help me open this pack, buddy? Here, I'll just use your teeth to open that. Oh, you're doing a terrible job of this, man. It's ripping all over. Look at this. Okay, now can you just get in there and pick out the card with your big hand for gaming? Is this even open enough? Yeah, it is open enough. It's just not very good. Okay. Get in there, grab the cards. Thank you. You can go back now. You're too big for this space. It's fine, I didn't trip over anything. Okay. Sukopath. Another glow stick. Scuffling. Milky level 8. Need a VT you control. Vey level 8. Ooh, so close. I need a level 9. Ash, Salt 14. Return to level 9 or 10 to your opponent controls their deck. Wait, I already had one of these, didn't I? Gross Trickyweed. You have less points than your opponent. Discard 1 card for your hand. Draw 2 cards. Massive Legend. Inspired by Max Mofo. Soaked in Happiness, another one. Level 9, Gambler Dariku. And some Feet. That's what, 3 or 4 feet now? Okay. Yakimono. Already got one of those. Astro, got those. Dark Demonite. Each player chooses one of the VTs, -2. I think I got those. Ellie level 8. Akumi level 8. Yemko number 8. Press your luck. Academic Advisor, another one. Level 9 Sare, and a Bro. Not a whole lot going in that pack. Gonna be real. We don't have a lot left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Gonna open one last pack here. And then we're just gonna go in the final gambit. By final gambit, I mean I'm just gonna shuffle all the last 5 packs together and see what I get. Gildy, Froglodyte, Spike, Sidon, level 8. Porcelain Maid, level 8. Egg, level 8. GGEZ. Target has no allies attached, +1. Bimbap. Totness, level 9. Foil. And... Yo! Let's go! Level 9. Foil Doki Bird. Before she hunted bounty, she was a legendary thief. The last thing you'll hear is her iconic laugh before she robs you blind. Now here's the question. Does this evolve out of Croaky or not? I assume so. Fuck yeah! The eyes being hollow are actually kind of weird though, because like, it makes her look like she's got weird demon eyes instead of just, you know, eyes. Alright. That was a good pull. Now, we're going to take these, we're going to just mix them up. I'm not even going to look at what I pull. Come on. There we go. Okay, last one. That's a little rough on the back. So, here it is. That's all 50 cards. We're just going to do a little bit of shuffling right here. Mash them all up so nobody knows what's what. Just a rough shuffle. It doesn't have to be super in-depth. And a final little cut. Okay, Scuffling. Ooh, foil Captain Hannah. Very nice. Psychopath. Level 9 Nanoless. I think I have level 8, right? Limon. Axel. Lord Athelstan. Whoa! Shit! Let's go! Level 10 Ein. So I get. Yeah, baby. That's foreshadowing. That's called foreshadowing. Unfortunately, I can't play this card, but I got it. Okay, put these back in here. All right, Fifi, level 8. Spoof. Level 8 Spite. Ooh, look at that. Fancy Sportlet Cavern. After combat, each player may choose one ally to discard from an opponent. Does that imply that this is like a team game? I actually don't know. Gumi. Ooh, Foil Ghost Tricky. Freakbot. When your opponent plays an ally, search, look at the top X cards of your deck, you may discard any number and then put the rest back top in any order. Heavenly in holographic. Numi. Lab Chat. Hot. Baby Moth. Swagger's Helmet. First Mate Ollie. Alignment. Sanson. Regular Ein. So I need a level 9 Ein in order to get to level 10 there. Shocked Mimi. Maniac. Mel Bradley. Lily Milky. Inspire. Shy Lily. Service Corridor. After combat, players may bolster a VT they control. That goes under this. Academic Advisor. Haze. Paddle Pals. Yuzu. Pyro Batty. When your opponent plays 2 boosts in the same turn, crit, -1 kill to an opponent's backstage VT for each success. Okay. Ellie. Whoa, look at that! Level 9 Camilla! Very nice. And it's shiny. Gambler, Sare, GG Easy, Hot, Burnt Pop, Level 9 Froggy Lock, Foil, Sacred Grove, ooh, Shiny Power Grid, Garner Shoto, Sare, and Cerberus to finish it off, who I think was actually the first card I pulled too. It's like poetry, it rhymes. Okay. So, big pulls today were these 4 level 10s. Only one of which I think I can actually play. Actually, I don't think I can play any of them, which is unfortunate. But I got these 4. Vexoria the Sun Eater, Vey, Doki Bird, and Ein. Look at him. Gorgeous art. Gorgeous foiling. I'm gonna be honest, like, the only one that I think, this thing I think has the best foiling of them because it's mostly stock colored with foil accents, and the eyes aren't like totally made weird by looking at the foiling. Like this one, if you look at it at wrong angles, the foiling looks weird on the eyes. I talked about this one being a little weird in the eyes. This one has sort of a similar problem. But the Vexoria, the Sun Eater one, that one looks really nice. Unfortunately, I can't play that, so. Okay. So that was part 1 of this. Part 2 is, how do you actually play this game? Because I'm not just pulling these cards, I will try and make a deck. So I think the plan of action here is take a look at the 9s I have and build around those. So, Juniper, wait, that's an 8. Okay, grass, fire, steel, electricity, fire, electricity, platinum, fire, grass, water, platinum, grass, water. don't have a little 8 though. Electricity. Fire. Electricity. Grass. Fire. Grass. Electricity. Platinum. Wait. No, I can do croaky. I can do croaky all the way up. Yes. Okay, so platinum is going to be one of the things I pick. Specifically because I can do croaky into Doki Bird, because I'm pretty sure I have a level 8 croaky. Okay, so we're doing platinum as one of them. And I think... Oh cool, my package is on the way. Very nice. Okay. So I think what I should do is I should do platinum as one of them. That leaves the question of which one of these I should do. Wait, why did I split? Yeah, no, platinum, not water. I put those in the wrong place. Yeah, platinum. So we're doing platinum. And then I think I'm going to do, it's either going to be green, it's either going to be plant or fire. I do have a lot of copies of electricity. I don't have a lot in water, so I think I'm definitely not going to do that. Electricity, fire, grass. I think it's going to be grass, because I have a lot of options there. Like, I got Shoto's out the ass. I got level 9 Shoto, got level 9 Froggy Lock, got level 9 Juniper, and I got 8s for all of these, pretty much. So I think that's what it's going to be. Okay, so those are my two colors. Platinum, green. The rest of those, you can put away for the moment. Ugh. Okay, electricity goes here. Water goes here. Fire goes here. Got green platinum. And these, which are neutral. These ones go here. And then we've got to separate these ones out. These ones are going to go in the binder. The green plat, fire, water, electricity, fire. Green plat, green plat, green, green. Croaky, late. Green, 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 green. Yeah, a lot of junipers here. Platinum. Green. That. Wait, did I have a level 9 iron? I'm gonna have to double check now, because I might be able to do iron all the way up. Okay. That's all those cards taken care of now. There we go. Okay, so there's those. Those are the greens, platinums. I do have level 9 iron, so I can put my level 10 iron in here too. Hell yeah! That means I can actually level 10 both Toki and Ein. Nice! Ooh, that's good, actually. I don't know how good that is, but it seems good to me. And then, you know what? These two can go in here. For the moment, at least. There, they're on the special little pack. They're safe. Okay, what are the construction limits? Let's see, 50 card deck, maximum 2 different elements. So I picked my 2. Must include at least one PL8 VT. Got those. Maximum 3 copies of each support, 3 copies of each PL8, 3 copies PL9, 3 copies PL10, and 2 copies of mascot. So basically 3 of everything except for the mascots, which I can only have 2 copies. Easy enough to do. Only put Lucifer back. Back in your spot. Okay. Right. So let's see what we got here. We got Numi, Yanners, Toma, Sky, Yanners, Numi, Shoto, Froggy, Froggy. Ein, Athelstan, Juniper, Froggy, Shoto, Yanners. Juniper, Sanshin, Jupiter, Oni, Juniper, Suko, Porcelain, Croaky, running out of room, Milky. I do have a second porcelain made. Where does that go? Where does the porcelain made? Porcelain made there. It stands there. Sanshin, Ein is right there. Milky is right here. Sare is... God, I got no space for this. I don't have anywhere near enough space. There we go. Where do I put Sare? Where did this go? I definitely have more than 1. Or did I just have 9s? I might have just had a bunch of 9s. Speaking of 9s, is that... Why not? There's Toma, Milky, Shoto, Sanshin, Froggy, Juniper. Okay. So just going by these, I think I can probably drop Suko as the only copy I have. I could have sworn I had more Saurays. I definitely have more. I don't know where they are. Did I put them someplace? Strange. Where did I put them? Oh, right here. There's 1. Okay, so there's 2. There's 2 level 9s. Wraithful Stand is level 9. Ein, level 9. And of course, Ein's level 10. Doki, Croaky. Okay, Amelie, unfortunately going in here, because I don't have a level 8 for her. Numi, I've got a level 9. So there we go. Okay, the ones that are definitely going in. Croaky into Doki Bird. Absolutely going in. Eins. The Eins, absolutely going in. Like, this is absolutely happening. Shoto, we've got one extra copy. Yeah, probably. Let's just do that for now. Okay, I've only got one Sky. I can go there. Looks like Froggy Lock is also going to be in. Got an extra. Numi probably going to be in. That's perfect. 3 into a 9. Juniper. That's going in. Milky, might as well. Porcelain Man, I only have 8s. Keep those out. Although I really feel like I should be going for effects when I do this, but it's fine. Samson. I've got 2 9s and 2 8s. Those are going in. Nyanners, I've only got 8s. So let's keep those out. Sorry, I've got 8s and 9s. Those can stay in. I think Toma I'm going to take out. I only have 1 of each. Let's drop both of these as well. And Aethelstan. I think that's probably good. Okay. So this will be my lineup. I don't think there's a limit apart from this. Okay, so here's my tentative lineup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. That's a lot. 37 of those. Okay, let's get rid of the 9s real quick. I just need to read what these cards actually do. Okay. Oh, God, I put all these binders here. That was a mistake. Let's put that back in the shelf where it belongs. All right. So, Numi has the Greed 2 effect. What is Greed? Greed. Players may discard any number of cards from their hand. Trigger this effect for every X cards discarded. So, Greed 2, which means for every 2 cards I discard, -1 to this card, +1 to another. So if I have a lot of draw effects, that'd be pretty good. Croaky. When you evolve a VT, you may spend 1 coin. If you do, +1 PL to that VT. So basically, if I evolve something, I can spend a coin. Coin piles start at 0, +1 coin each time it triggers. Coins are lost after combat, spent on specific card effects. So this is basically a in-turn effect. I have to activate this when I get the coin. Ein. Chain. Chain is when placed next to a matching element, trigger this effect once. Reveal the top 2 cards of you and your opponent's deck. You may discard 1 of your opponent's cards or draw 1 of yours. Shuffle the rest back into their owner's decks. Okay, so basically, if I play it next to another platinum card, I get to scry 2 for 2 decks. Gardener Shoto has the Grow effect. Grow effect is effect triggers once at the start of your turn before you draw a card. So it just activates. Just straight up at the start of your turn, opponent discards one card from their hand. Jeez, that's strong. Okay. Bloom. Bloom, trigger effect when this VT evolves. So basically, only when I power up, that VT will feed another VT, and feed is +1 PL, which is power level, I assume. That's not great, actually. I might have to drop Milky, because that's an effect that's conditional on evolving, and I don't have that many of those cards. Okay, Juniper is Grow. When evolving, I do have a lot of Junipers. Swap the position of 2 of your VTs, +1 PL to one of them. So that one I can use. Sanson, you and your opponent crit. Crit is not listed here. What is crit? What is crit? What is crit? What you list crit, but what the hell is crit? It actually doesn't say what crit does on this page. What does it do? It literally does not actually say what crit does. What the hell is crit? And also, these cards have strength and weaknesses. What does that mean? That must be a thing for the combat stage. What does that mean? Seriously, what does this mean? Oh, there's a deck builder app. Okay, let's do this. I want Sanson. You full card details. Crit. What the hell is crit? What the hell is crit? I'm very appreciative that they have an actual, like, straight deck builder in here, though. That's neat. But what the hell is crit? What does that do? Literally, what does this do? It just does not say what it does. Okay, whatever. Froggy Lock, Bloom, crit. You may return your mascot to your hand. What the hell is crit? What is bolster? Okay, there's a thing here that says bolster. Card clarifications. No, these are clarifications. That's not what I want at all. Card gallery. Oh, there it is. Okay, so, Sanson. Crit 2, that doesn't help. Okay, is it in the other set? Um. Uh. What the hell is crit? Does this thing tell me what crit does? Card types and effects? One active, up to 4 in backstage. Active participant in combat. Play on the board mascot. Support card. Discard after use. What the hell is crit? I can't make a decision if I don't know what this effect does. Snap, lock. I'm gonna assume crit means when you attack into an element it's strong against. In that case, that's pretty good. I have no idea what this means. Bolster. What is bolster? Additional mechanics. Bolster. Next time your opponent affects this VT, cancel the effect done. So it's basically anti-counter. Greed. Greed is discard. Okay. The only one I think I'm going to drop is Milky, because Milky has an effect that only triggers on evolution. The rest of these should be fine. Because it's specifically evolving this card, which I only have 3 copies of, so it doesn't really work. Alright, mascots. What do we got? Sare, so I do want that. Service Corridor. Bolster, that's good. Athelstan, I don't have. And Candy, only Hein, I do have. Athelstan, Numi, Croaky. I think it's only two mascots, right? Two mascots, yeah. So I'll swap this Cerberus out for this Cerberus, since it's fancy. I don't think I have Neanders in here. Hold on. Let's just do this. Bradley, Cerberus, Dad, Benson, Bradley, bro. So that's 2 Bradleys. 3rd Bradley goes in there. Lab chat, Goro, lab chat, scuffling, glow stick, scuffling, bro. Perfect. And there's a 2nd Cerberus. Excellent. So I'm actually pretty light on a lot of cards here. Bradley, opponent can't swap. Position of cards. Each player chooses a backstage VT. They control, take turns flipping at coins, starting with the active player, plus appeal to those VTs for every head split by that player. Spend any number of coins. For every 3 coins spent this way. Do I have things that give me coins though? I'm going to need to get coins. Because I need coins for at least a couple of these effects. Okay, there's that. Move it here. So this is just bonus to a card for each thing in my side, -1 for everything on the opponent's side. Target VT has no allies attached, +1. Draw 1 card, that's not bad at all. It's 2 boosts in the same turn. Crit 2. I don't know what crit does. Crit on success. This might be handy if I knew what crit does. I think it's flip a coin. I think this is pretty good. Swagger's Helmet is a good, like, defensive move. That's pretty good. I think it's 2 copies of the world. Critical condition, +1 heal lock, you heal less points than your opponent. +1 heal the next HVT. Those in there for now. I don't like press your luck. No, that's too much choice. Let's do restraining order. Beanie. I don't know about that one. Let's play. Okay, 3 Conbeanies. The Massive Legend there. Might as well have holographic academic advisors, right? Come on. Get out of here. Come on. Thank you. So that one there, Velvet Concord. That one I can put in. Additional allies cannot be attached to this VT. While attached, your active VT. Go back to it. Yes, that one's actually really good. Pretty privileged. Swap and attach ally you control a different ally from your hand. Which ally can we play this turn? Sure, why not? So 4 backstage VTs of the same element, +1 PL to a VT, drawing cards. Okay, that seems okay. And restraining order. Okay. So let's count this deck size up. It's probably oversized, but we can cut things as we need. Probably just need to cut a couple VTs. This is really just a very rough deck building experience. Very rough. Okay, so what's the size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm 28 cards over. That's a lot. So what I should probably do is drop Samson because I don't know what the crit does. That's 3. I sure hope there's no legend rule or anything. Keeping Rowe, keeping Benson, keeping Cerberus, Bradley, Dad. Service corridor is good. Probably can drop one Combini. Let's get over here. So we've got support boosts. I'm gonna drop those. Keep this one because that might be handy. Drop those for the moment. These ones I can probably drop one of. Honestly, having 3 of copies of something is usually not a great idea. Do I even have that many allies? Ooh, I don't. I actually have very few allies. No, actually I've got quite a few. I can get rid of that one. Allies paying attention to no, I'll keep that one. Let's drop those 2. I'll drop the Cyanide and Happiness ones. Drop those. Drop Academic Advisor. Tutor effect, but I don't know if I need the tutor effect to begin with. Ally is handy. Let's do that. Okay, so how many did I drop? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Need to drop 5 more cards. 5 more cards gotta go. So let's see. I got a bunch of Shotos. Let's drop one of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, that's a 50 card deck. Is it good? Almost certainly not. It's highly unbalanced. But it's a deck. That's 50 cards, it's legal. Let's do a little shuffle, shall we? Okay, there's a deck. So, how do you start off a game? Shuffle deck, draw 7 cards, 1 active spot, 4 backstage spots. Place your VT8 face down in active and backstage spots. Okay, so let's see how this works. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's my opening hand. My opening hand, I've got Ein, 2 9s, Froggy. Yeah, okay. So we have a snap effect and 2 passives. Unfortunately, this does not trigger because I don't have anything else on the same side or next to it that I can put there that would have that effect. So what I would have to do, so I guess what it would be like is put I'm there. Oh geez, where'd that card go? There it is. So just as an example, we put I'm in the active zone, we put the two froggies here. Flip them over, activate their effects. Chain does not trigger because I have nothing next to it. Froggy has bloom, 2 bloom effects. Okay, the bloom effects don't do anything because they're passives. So turn structure, draw 1 card, play 1 mascot, any number of PL8s, 2 support cards max. And each can evolve only once per turn. So I would draw a card, play any 8s, which I don't have. I can play mascot, which is Mel Bradley there. And supports more than 7 cards. That doesn't really do anything in this demo. And then that would be the end of the turn, I guess. After each player oh, so you go through 6 turns. So that's turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, Croaky, turn 4, place an ally down, I guess. So that activates lock, whatever that does. Effect triggers when card is turned sideways, unlocks after combat. Cards come in unlocked. You can lock your unlocked cards to trigger their lock effect, which turns them sideways. Locked cards cannot trigger their effect again until unlocked. Each card locks independently of each other, including allies on VTs. All cards unlock after combat, turning them back up. Locking an ally does not count towards the 2 supports per turn limit. I'm gonna be real. This game is a little unnecessarily convoluted. Okay, so critical's there. Then I would lock critical to activate the effect here. So critical is actually unlocked. He's actually locked down, which is I get +1 power to each of these. So that was turn what? 4? Let's play. Combini, so I can activate this as a world effect. Let's say that's turn 5. Player may use this ability on their turn, look at the top card of your deck, put it back on the top or bottom. In this case, it's Juniper, which is good. I can put Juniper there. So now I've got Juniper on the field. And then let's give myself 1 more turn. Numi level 8. Let's put Numi level 8 down. Ooh, this is actually great. So I can put Numi there. Should be able to swap. There we go. So swap those 2. Numi's there. I can then evolve Numi to level 9, which lets me draw another card on level 10. I can also put Benson down, which gives me a bonus because paired with Numi. And this Benson goes into the discard, I assume. So let's say we've got this state for going into the combat stage. Let's see here. Okay, so we go into combat. Combat begins. Compare the power level of each player's active VT. So, I guess because I have level 9, so level 9 Numi, plus 1 from critical, and then one of these will get plus 1 from this because of that, and then also Benson gives me a plus 1 on top of that. Or maybe 2, actually, because plus 1 from being normal, and then plus 1 when paired with Numi. Also, I can spend coins, but I can't really because I don't know how that works. Numi also has a Greed 2 effect, which will boost characters. Which I didn't do, but I could do to like boost up any one of my cards. Just by discarding stuff in my hand. Okay. Compare the power level. Player with the highest power level wins combat and gains 1 point. If a player has no active or backstage VT available, that player loses combat. Player who won combat goes first in the next round. In the case of a tie, each player adds the same number of backstage VT cards to their total, matching the lowest available count. For example, if one player has 3 backstage VTs and the other player only has 1, both players will add just 1 VT to the power level total. So basically what would happen is, if I had an opponent who had, if I was tied with an opponent for this card, I would add in, let's say they have 2 backstage VTs, so I'd pick 2 to add to my total. So I would pick like, I don't know, Froggy. So that would be another 16 on top of that. That's how that works. Okay, so after combat, discard both active VTs and all cards attached to them unless there was a tie. If there was a tie, you basically restart. Each player moves a backstage VT to the active spot. All locked cards unlock. So critical unlocks. Numi goes into discard. Let's move Ein up front here. Trigger any after combat buffs, then debuffs, starting with the player that went first. Trigger any after combat effects in this order, starting with the player that went first. Mascot, new active VT, backstage VTs from left to right. Echo effects activate after combat. Player that won combat goes first in the next round. And then it's 3 rounds. So basically 18 rounds minimum. But the rounds are basically just like draw thing, put down card, 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 draw thing, evolve, that lets me draw. I can put down Juniper, which lets me draw. I can put down Athelstan, but then I can also put down Croaky, which lets me draw. And I have a second Let's Play. So now I've got a stacked back line here. So that's basically what that looks like. And then if I were to get lucky, which I didn't, and draw the level 8, or level, wait, no, I have the level 9 Ein down. I can just put down level 10, bam, 2 cards. So that would have been Hot Pot in the Service Corridor. Which, that's basically how it goes, I guess. Okay, so I guess this deck isn't terrible. It definitely could use a bit more, synergy with the cards that I picked up here. Definitely, like, the thing I'm missing mostly is the ability to generate coin, which I don't have. I've got a couple of abilities that trigger off coin, but I don't have anything that generates coin. I've got, like, 1 card that generates coin. Well, that's how you play vCard, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna be real. The game feels like a little bit of a mess. Like, it's not bad, per se. Oh, crap. I forgot to... I had this entire pile of green cards I didn't even put in. Like, there's this entire pile of cards I didn't even add in there because I totally forgot about them. Whoops. Well, point's a bit moot. Just put that in there. Yeah, that's vCard. And I will stash this away for the moment. All right. Well, that was a fun little first time doing a little card unboxing thing. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a mess. Definitely felt like it was. But yeah, I don't know what to make of that game, honestly. I feel like I need to try it out after like building a deck in the deck builder to see if I can get something that's a little bit more competent, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, I have to say it really does feel a little convoluted and a little unnecessarily convoluted. The basic gist is it feels like you want to... It almost feels like Gwent, kinda. In that Gwent is all about, like... It's not about overwhelming your opponent, it's winning 3 rounds, right? So, obviously there's a lot of turns... Actually, yeah, it is very similar to Gwent, because Gwent is like... The actual round of Gwent only ends when neither player can do anything anymore, right? It's all about, like, how do you sort of dole out what cards you have in your hand, and how do you play around what you've got in order to try and make your opponent lose. So it does actually kind of feel like that. I'm a little disappointed, though. I didn't get the one card I wanted, which was the level 10 bow card. I wanted to curse somebody with that thing. But, yeah, I guess as far as the game goes, though, because Gwent... Okay, I feel like the way it is designed, like, I don't think I'm wrong in saying it's very Gwent-like. But Gwent was played more as sort of a versus puzzle game, where this is just a regular card game. There's a lot more cards, it's all about collecting, you have a bigger deck size, but it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel like, at least in the stuff I had, that there's as much play with opponents. There are effects that do that, but I don't feel like in a normal play session, you'll get a lot of those effects out. Like, let me look at the stuff here, because I know green has a lot of stuff that fucks with the other person. Decay, status effect. After each combat, reduce target VT's PL by X. But each combat only occurs once per round, and that's 6 rounds of cards later, and then, like, if you put Decay on the active character, then it doesn't do anything. Like, if I had to say, I think the strongest one is probably the one that lets you do a bait and switch on the opponent. Or, like, I actually see what the point... I think... Was it water? I think water is the one that's probably going to be the strongest color in this, because it'll let you swap cards around more easily compared to the others, as far as I can tell. So that actually lets you play around and go like, ooh, who's it going to be? Is it going to be this character? Who are you going to try and debuff? Who are you going to try and attack? Like, fire. Ooh, fire's interesting. Fire's got an effect here that's, if the specified player has at least X number of cards in their discard pile, trigger this effect, which is pretty neat. But, like, that only plays against certain decks that are really churning through their deck. I don't really have that, for example, because I built mine poorly. I guess it could also... No, because if you... It's not like you build up to hand size 7 whenever you draw. It's just you have hand size 7 at the start and you draw. When drawn from deck, trigger effect is the erupt thing. That's pretty neat. I like that. Like, there's a lot of cool effects here, but I feel like they don't really... Yeah, there's a lot of cool, like... Okay, let me reword that. These effects aren't that impressive, because a lot of the effects are just, you know, reduce the target power or increase the target power by some amount. But, like, the burn and the effect stuff, like, some of these effects are neat in concept, but they're kind of limited because they're only affecting a small amount of stuff. And I don't know, I just feel like it's a little weird. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. It's, I don't know. It does, I really do think the closest analog to this is Gwent. Because I'm seeing a lot of stuff like Undertow is a water effect that forces an opponent's card to lock, so it forces it to basically be unusable by triggering lock without triggering its effect, so it just gets shut down until after combat. That's cool. Submerge prevents new ally cards from attaching to this VT. And there's status effects all over the place. You can just move things around with Let's Play, or you can trigger things with Bolster, or block them with Bolster. I don't know, this is something I would need to play around with, but it's also something that I would need to, like... I would need to play around with using the deck builder, I think. Which means I would have to go through and go, okay, I've got all these cards, I need to actually put them in there. Although, to be fair, a lot of that is just, you know, put 3 copies of every card I recognize that I own. But, yeah, so that's that. I mostly just wanted to do this for the meme, because I haven't done a lot of unboxings before, and I thought, hey, you know, doing a little card thing might be cool, and then, like, making a deck out of it, trying to figure out how the game works. So, I hope it was a fun little thing. I know a lot of people just open the cards for the pretty pictures, but I tried to go for a little game as well, even if I have nobody to play with, which is sad. And I'm not I mean, yeah, I feel like if you build a super good synergized deck, this game really goes places, but if you don't do that, it's just obtuse and doesn't play very well, which is something a lot of other card games do better, like Magic, Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Even if you don't have a well-built deck, those decks still do play. You can still get stuff happening. You can still play your big Pokemon. You can still play your cool big monster, unless you completely fucked up and didn't actually put enough cards in there to do it. You can still play your, yeah, you can still play your big monster. You can still play your big card. You can do the big thing. This game seems like it's built more for Johnnies than it is for Timmies. Most games appeal to, you know, Timmy, Spike, Johnny, Lortho, whatever. This really feels like it's built for Johnnies specifically, which I like, actually. I'm a Johnny player. But the problem with that is you need to have knowledge of the game systems in order to be an effective Johnny player. And if you don't, it just kind of sucks. And also you need a library of cards to support Johnny play. And I don't have that. I just have the one box and I kind of pulled like garbage. I did get 4 10s though. That was nice. Even if I can only use 2 of them. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on the game. Maybe I'll look up some meta decks and net deck something and see how it plays. Anyway, that's where I'm leaving that. This was just a random bonus stream, as it were, because it's a Monday and I had nothing better to do and I wanted to get this thing out of the way, which is a good thing because then I would have been streaming for 5 hours yesterday, which I did not want to do. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, what have you. And let's see, is there anyone I can just raid real quick? Let's see, who is a boot? I could raid Doki and say, I picked your level 10 up. Whee! That seems like it'd be a bad idea, though. Ooh, let's just go over here. Let's go over here. I'm not playing Silk Song, but Hollow Knight. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, what have you. And I will see you next time. Probably tomorrow. Maybe for Silk Song. I might actually hold off on Silk Song for a little longer because it'll be funny. Bye!